Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In this video, we're talking about the Amiga, PlayStation 2, EmuDeck, and GameCube and Wii. Let's get started. Alright, we'll kick things off here talking about GameCube and Wii emulation on Android with Dolphin, just not the version that's on the Google Play Store. The last surviving fork of Dolphin, Dolphin MMJR2, which is designed for performance as opposed to emulation accuracy, got a brand new update, and I might have missed this one. This one came out back last week and it does have a number of improvements. It appears that Lumens, the developer behind MMJR2, is trying to keep this fork up to date with the latest version of Dolphin. They pulled in version 5.0-17877, which kind of explains the naming convention. Anyways, here we've got some updates, we've got some bug fixes, and you might notice some performance improvements. And as for the official version of Dolphin, it appears that Android development keeps on trucking. If you head to dolphin-emu.org and click on download, scroll down past beta versions till you'll see development versions, and from here you can see the latest and greatest Android version. At the time of filming, it's version 1.0-18066. And the previous one here had an Android-specific improvement. If you are wondering which version of Dolphin to use, I usually recommend checking out the Google Play Store version first. This is considered stable. Then head to the official Dolphin website and pick up a development one. That might have some issues, maybe some bugs that you didn't encounter in the stable version, but at the same time performance might be increased. And if you're having luck with neither, which is not uncommon, a lot of phones struggle with GameCube emulation, maybe then check out Dolphin MMJR2. Next up here, we're talking about something pretty big for Amiga emulation. WinUAE just received a massive update. Version 4.110.0 just released, and it's now cycle accurate. If you are curious about this one, I'll leave a link to the entire changelog in the description below, and I do recommend checking it out. There is a ton of information here. The biggest point is right at the top. 68,000 based unexpanded with optional slow or fast ROM expansion configurations are now 100% cycle accurate. Honestly, seeing cycle accurate mentioned so many times in this update brings a massive smile to my face. If you're a fan of Amiga emulation, you might want to check out this update. On a side note here, in addition to just being cycle accurate, because that's a pretty huge feat in itself, we've got some new features and a whole bunch of bug fixes. Again, check out this update. Next up, if you've got a Steam Deck and you're currently using EmuDeck, well, there's a new holiday update you might be interested in. In this new update, there's some bug fixes, some brand new features like autosave and autoload for RetroArch games, and some homebrew games, free non-commercial games. To launch the brand new homebrew games, go to Tools and Stuff, Quick Settings, Homebrew, and then open Emulation Station. If you're curious about seeing some of the homebrew games in action, I'll drop a link to this Patreon page in the description below. There's a video going over pretty much every single one of them, and there are a lot. And last up here, we're talking about PlayStation 2 emulation on Android with Aether SX2. I initially wasn't going to talk about this one today at all. I'd been pinged a whole bunch about it. However, Talworth decided to tweet about it and make it extremely public. So to keep things at a really high level, it appears that Talworth, the main developer behind Aether SX2, is being harassed almost left, right, and center with requests for stuff in Aether SX2. It appears that the harassment is getting so bad that Talworth is just thinking to be done with it all and possibly shutting down the Aether SX2 project, which would be a massive loss to the community. And in terms of how bad could it possibly be, Aether SX2 is incredibly popular. It's got over 1 million downloads just on the Google Play Store alone. So it's kind of understandable that he'd be getting an email or two or dozens at a time asking for random things, complaining, and, well, straight up harassing him. On top of that, it's also absolutely no secret that Aether SX2 is dominating the PS2 emulation on Android scene, and some people might not be happy with it. I've said this one before, but I'll say it again. The emulation community is incredibly small. Some of the emulators that you absolutely love might be developed by one person or possibly even just a small team. If they decided to stop making the emulator, chances are that would be a massive loss to the community. So I do recommend treating the emulator developers with respect. Some people deal with certain situations differently. Some people love questions and some don't. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. We talked about a ton today. Let me know your thoughts about absolutely any of it in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos, don't tempt fate, save your state.